welcome to the vlog. Welcome to my Wednesday. Today is gonna be a fun day, like every day here on the vlog, and of course it's gonna be a healthy day. I cannot use the seatbelt with the microphone. Anyways, I have plans for today, all of them indoor. Finally, I'm gonna show you the recipe I've been developing. I've been trying to make a protein packed chocolate cake, and today we are going to do it together. Also, I have prep to do. I have a lot of fun things, but it's 5:12 right now. I have to go to the gym, and after the gym, we can officially start the day and the vlog. Actually, after the gym, I can have my coffee, and after coffee, we can officially start the day. Let's go. Let me brew my morning coffee so I can properly start my day. And as I said, it's gonna be a fun day. I have high hopes for the recipe. I've been teasing this recipe here for a few vlogs right now. Quite a few vlogs. Not because I play games with you. Please don't think that. It's just because I was developing and I was so excited to come up with this recipe. I was so excited to get there, but I need some time because we are a house of two. We don't have many mouths to eat the food that I make. So every time I make something like this, it takes days for us to eat everything. So I cannot be making the recipe every day to try. I have to wait. Oh, actually, one of the things that I'm gonna use for this recipe is yogurt, and I make my own yogurt. I have a new batch this morning, and before anything, let me introduce to the new people that is coming. If you're new here, nice to meet you. I'm Luciana Couto. I don't like to tell you what to do or what to eat. I like to share my life with you so you can be inspired to live a healthy lifestyle. I like to share my recipes. I'm always trying new things. I'm always trying ways to simplify life in a healthy way. So, welcome. But if you're not new here, you know that I make my own yogurt and I have a new batch this morning. So let's see my yogurt. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it in the fridge for a couple of hours because I always do that so it can get a little firmer. Sometimes it's too liquid, but that's okay. It's just a matter of staying in the fridge for a couple of hours. And I'm gonna use this time while the yogurt is in the fridge to work. I have some, I don't have space here. Let me try to find some space here. But anyways, while the yogurt is in the fridge, if I find space here, yes, I found. While the yogurt is here, I'm gonna work. I have some writing and editing work to do. I am also a writer. Actually, if you didn't sign up for my newsletter yet, please consider to do so because there I share more content. We go a little deeper, I would say. I share video content as well. I post educational videos there about the topics we talk here, but in a deeper level. Let's say here, you know that I have this rule of protein first, and I show you how I cook. I tell you here and there why I cook, what I eat. But there I go further and I explain you everything behind. I explain what protein means to our body, a lot of fun stuff, more educational for those who wanna go a little further. Besides that, I post yoga flows there so you can do yoga with me. What more? Oh, and I post the recipes there as well. So if you are interested, check my newsletter at lucianacouto.com, or you can scan the QR code here on your screen. But now I have to work. I have some work to do, but right after work, we are going to have fun baking. Time to have fun, I mean time to bake. I'm gonna start by preheating my oven to 350 Fahrenheit. I'm gonna actually make small cakes, and I'm gonna use these silicone molds for that, but you don't need them. You can make like cupcakes if you want. You can even bake it as a cake, as a regular size cake if you want, but these ones are going to add a little fun to my recipe. I'm gonna start by combining the dry ingredients here in a bowl. Then I'm gonna mix the wet ingredients, and then we are going to get everything together in the mixer. Just a disclaimer before I start. I'm gonna use avocado oil in the recipe, but to be honest, on a regular day, I would use coconut oil just because of the flavor. I think it would add a little of coconut flavor to the cake, but because my microwave is not working, it would be hard for me to melt the coconut oil. That's why I'm using avocado oil. You can use any oil you have, to be honest. It's just because when I bake and I have to add oil, I like to add this touch of coconut. Tap it so it can be distributed even. And I'm gonna leave it in the oven, I think, for about 20 minutes. Let's start with 20 minutes and I can see how it goes. One more thing about the stevia. It was not in my plans. I added stevia because every time I try with honey, I don't think it's sweet enough. And I'm a person that doesn't like sweet things, so that says a lot. So this time I added 1 teaspoon of stevia. Here's the thing, you can add as well if you want it sweeter, but be careful with stevia because stevia is way sweeter than sugar. Sometimes we think it's like sugar because it looks like sugar, and we tend to imagine that it's the same taste when it's not. And another thing, my yogurt, I make with my homemade yogurt and I don't add any sugar to my yogurt. But if you are using commercial yogurt, probably it has some sugar in it, probably it's sweeter than mine. So what I would say to you, stick to the original recipe without the stevia and taste it. Taste it after you mix everything together, and you can correct with stevia or even sugar if you want before you bake it. And even if it's not sweet enough, you can always cover it with stevia or sugar or any other thing, or even caramel, or anything you want. I needed to add this disclaimer. Okay, 20 minutes has passed. It's time to check. Oh, they grew a lot. Oh my god, look at these. But I think they are not done yet. Let me get a toothpaste. Not a toothpaste. A tooth stick? This. I guess they are done. Yes, they are done. 20 minutes it is. Oh, this is a good sign. They don't look as beautiful as I planned, but it's a good sign because it means it's very fluffy. It must be so delicious. Let me transfer them to a rack. Oh, it's so hot, but let's try it. Oh, it's kind of stuck there. Maybe it's too hot. Let's try this one because I know this one is easier. Oops, so hot. Is there anything more satisfying than get a cake out of this mold? They are, as I said, they are not as pretty as I planned, but they look delicious. They look so fluffy. Let me be very careful here. Lunchtime. If you know me, you know that I have my lunch ready because I cook double for dinner. And if you have been here lately, you know that our microwave is not working. It's gonna be replaced, but we have to wait for them to deliver the new microwave, and it's gonna take 1 to 4 weeks or 6 weeks. I don't even know. So I've been trying as much as I can. I cannot do that every night, but I'm trying to make things that I don't have to reheat to eat again, like things that I can eat cold. Last night I made this, I don't know the name. It's like a toast with chicken. I already did this before. It's so good. As a base, I used my sourdough bread, my whole wheat sourdough bread. Then we have some arugula, dried tomatoes, the dried tomatoes that I showed you a few vlogs ago how I made them. They are homemade. Then chicken, I roasted chicken thighs. They are seasoned with, I believe, oregano and chili flakes. Yes. And make everything better, I top it with my homemade mayonnaise. I already showed here how I make my mayo with avocado oil, and yeah, it's homemade, so it's healthier. Of course, I have to be careful because it has a lot of fats, and fats, they have a lot of calories. Of course, I cannot eat a lot of them, but if they fit my macros for the day, I'm good to go. Now my mini cakes are cold enough. I can taste one of them. Unfortunately, some of them broke when I was trying to get them out of the mold. This mold, the silicone mold I have, it's pretty good. Usually it works, but maybe it would be a good idea to always, I don't know, grease a little bit. But anyways, the good thing about cakes breaking is that you can taste them with no guilt, because sometimes they are so beautiful and I have to wait for the photos, for the final video. This way I can taste it right away. Way better. It's good, but you know why? It could be a little sweeter. Another thing is that when I bake with protein powder, I always take small steps because protein powder is not a baking ingredient per se. I mean, they were not made for that actually. So it's always like a stretch, or it's always like I wouldn't say a gamble, but it's always tricky to incorporate them to a baking recipe. The good thing is, I'm always afraid that if I add too much protein powder, it could mess the whole recipe because it's not gonna grow enough, or it could change the whole structure of the cake. But if I judge by the way they grow, I would say it has a lot of space for improvement. I mean, for increasing the amount of protein powder. I'm gonna stretch it a little more, and for the next times I try this recipe again, I'm gonna add even more protein powder, so it's gonna have even more protein. But for now, it's a good recipe. I consider it a success. So good. I have a few preps to do. Yesterday was my grocery shopping day. I showed here, we went to Costco together, and then we passed by another grocery store to buy a few fresh produce for my salad. And I have to prep these produce because I like to have everything pre-cut. So when I have to make my salad, I don't have to do anything. I just have to toss everything together, drizzle my salad with olive oil or balsamic vinegar, and I have a salad as simple as that. Sidetrack story. Actually, it's funny now that it's solved. I lost my ring the other day and I was desperate looking for it. I decided to review my footage to get a sense of when was the moment that I lost it. And I realized that it disappeared while I was cutting my vegetables, when I was doing exactly what I'm doing today. And then, surprise, surprise, I found my ring inside my radish bag. So yeah, sometimes it happens.
I just wanna go out and walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out and walk with you. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine, sailing over pavement with our two elbows.
I'm gonna start to prepare dinner. And a few days ago, I did something for the first time, and I actually thought it would be nice to replicate, to do the same thing, but on a vlog, because I love it. I'm gonna make like a salad, or I actually call it like a coleslaw with salmon. So I already have my vegetables pre-cut as I showed you. So I'm gonna bake salmon, then I'm gonna kind of shred the salmon and add to a salad. The only thing that I'm gonna do a little different is that I think it was missing more carbs. I mean starch, like good carbs, those type of carbs that actually, you know, that actually satiate us. So I'm gonna cook sweet potato. Oh, one of the best complex carbs that you can cook. It's gonna add, of course, energy to the plate. I feel like I lifted heavy this morning, so I need carbs today. Besides the protein, you already know the number one rule here is protein first. So we have the salmon, super lean protein, but we also need carbs. I hate this idea, like nowadays people they talk bad about carbs. They make carbs look like villains, and they are not. We have to have a good relationship with them because they are essential for our energy. By the end of the day, the problem is we developed this unhealthy relationship with carbs. Nowadays, society eats a lot of simple carbs, I mean sugars, especially if we follow a diet rich in processed food. They come with a lot of simple carbs. They are not the best option. They give us energy, of course, but a quick energy that we digest right away, and then we are hungry again, and that's why we cannot stop eating them. But complex carbs, especially if we make them home, they are going to satiate us more, so we are not going to overeat. Besides, they're going to bring vitamins and fibers to our diet.
I like to see the shape you're in from time to time. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine. see the same things you can see. Understand the meaning on a new degree. Maybe that could happen when you're next to me. I just wanna see the same things you can see.
I'm baking the salmon as I always do. I like to mix soy sauce with honey and ginger. Then I brush the salmon with this mixture and oops, I wrap it in parchment paper and I leave in the oven for about 10 minutes at 450 Fahrenheit and it's done. It's the easiest way to make salmon and also the safest way because it's always juicy, it doesn't overcook.
I just wanna see the same things you can see.
Because it's a salad, it's better cold, right? So I could leave here for a few minutes until it's cool enough, but I'm gonna accelerate the process by leaving in the freezer for 5 or 10 minutes because I don't wanna wait too much time. If I have space, of course. Okay, no, I don't think I have space. Let's see. Oh, yes.
I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Could be 20 minutes or an hour or two.
Here I have my homemade mayo.
To talk with you. I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk.
Because here we have the rule of protein first, I'm always making things packed with protein. And on my latest vlog, I showed you how I make my own protein bars. You can watch it here.